Referee training video. This video serves to assist referees during training and as refresher before any competition. Corner referee. Scoring a fight. With your flags. A corner referee must always be seated upright, with both hands holding the flags or scoring board on the knees. And with maximum concentration on the fight or kata. Always make sure that you have the correct color flag facing the correct competitor. The red flag must be on the side of the red fighter and the white flag toward the white fighter. Red is aka, and white is shoru. Wazari or ippon. Remember, you are always looking for that perfect technique, ippon. When seeing a point, you will aggressively swing your flag to the fighter that have scored the point. You will either swing the red flag to the side for the red fighter, aka, or you will swing your white flag toward the side of the white fighter, shoru. You will indicate an ippon by swinging the flag higher than your shoulder, and you will indicate wazari by swinging the flag level with your shoulder. You will keep your hand there until told to bring it back by the center or main referee, or until the point is awarded. Be sure that it was a good score before you commit to your action. Also keep an eye on the main referee, as that referee may indicate that the technique may have been incorrect, or too weak, or may have been too far from the scoring area. The center referee may not stop the fight if the technique was not good enough. In that case you may reset your flags and watch for the next score. Remember that even if the technique looked good from your perspective, the center referee must also consider the other three corner referees' perspectives as well as his own. The center referee greatly relies on you and must always consider your flag. A point can only be given with 3 flags indicating the same result or 2 flags agreeing with the center referee. A center referee cannot overrule 3 or more flags, as that center referee must always consider the perspective of all the referees. You must give the point that you have seen, even if no one else agree with you. Remember, your perspective is important. Jogai. When you see a fighter stepping out of the fighting area, you will tap the white flag on the floor if it was the white fighter, and the red flag on the floor if it was the red fighter. This indicates Jugai. Only indicate this if the fighter steps out by accident or is trying to avoid the opponent. If it was the result of the opponent scoring a point, it's not a jugai. Atanai. When you see a fighter being over-aggressive and striking too hard, you will lift your flag above your head and make a circular motion with that flag and then pointing it aggressively toward that fighter. Do this over and over again to notify the center referee of that action. Do this with the red flag if it was aka, or with the white flag if it was shoru. Also do this if you have seen an illegal technique. This is for atanai. Excessive or hard contact as well as all illegal techniques. The center referee will then indicate that you must approach him or her to allow you to clarify what the offense was, in order to give the correct warning. Mubobi. When you see a fighter endangering him or herself, or doing something that will lead to self-injury, you will lift the flag representing that fighter straight in front of you. This is to indicate mubobi, or self-endangerment. Fighters that storms toward the opponent without thinking, or fighters that has their arms hanging by the sides, while very close to the opponent is endangering themselves. Some fighters may even put their hands behind their backs. All of this is self-endangerment. Mubobi. Hauchi. When a center referee stops a fight and you believe that both fighters have scored at absolutely the same time, with no doubt that both techniques were exactly the same, or that both landed at exactly the same time, or that both were exactly on the center line of scoring area, then you must indicate that by holding both flags in front of you, with the tips of the flags touching each other. This indicates Aiuchi. Remember that it is extremely rare for this to happen. Torimasen. When the center referee stops the fight, and you are sure that there was no point scored at all by either fighter, you must signal this by crossing both flags in front of you and then dropping them down and outward toward the fighters, indicating Torimasen, no point. Minai. When the center referee stops a fight, and all the other flags are indicating a point, but you did not see it, you only need to cross both flags in front of your face, indicating that you did not see the point. Minai. It sometimes happens that the fighters are moving in such a way that you really can't see what is happening. That is why there are 5 referees on the floor. However, do not use this to be lazy. If you can't see points 3 or more times during a fight, the center referee may want to know the reason for this, and you may be replaced. Miss technique. When the center referee stops the fight, but you are sure that the technique missed. Nukatsi. After the fight, when the time is up, or when a fighter has won by achieving the correct number of points, you will lift the flag representing that fighter above your head until the announcement of no katsi has been given. Be honest and fair. Remember to be consistent with your points. To be honest and fair. A referee does not represent a certain club or circle of friends. To you, they are just fighters. And you must give credit where credit is due.